Hi, Jim and Traycee. It is Jackie, and this is Thursday, April 23rd, I believe, 2020. And I'm going to provide you with another reformer video. And today, what I'm really going to do is give you 2 blocks. Again, I don't want to overwhelm you with content. And, maybe what we'll do after I send this one to you, we'll consider another full program, another hour-long one, where I start to integrate some of this. But for sure, when we get back together, which hopefully is sooner rather than later, we'll definitely start integrating some of this new material in there. So I hope you've had some pretty good luck with it. And today, like I said, we're going to do a couple of blocks. And the first block is going to be the longer block, and it's going to really concentrate on the upper body. Of course, it will include core as always. And then the second block will include some specific work for the lower body as well as for the nose to toes core. So we're going to get started. We're going to start with a long box. That's why I'm up here today. And so, and this is program number 3. So we're just kind of trying to keep these in order so that way when we get back together we can rock and roll. So in this first one, we're going to be working unilaterally. So it's really important that you don't load up too much. You want enough load on there to feel challenged, but not so much to feel threatened on the one side. And so on the first one, we are going to have 1 to 2.5 springs. So I'm going to work with 1 full spring, and I suggest you probably will do the same thing. Traycee, Jim, you might be able to go, even up to 2.5, so 2 full, and then a half on that. So we're just going to have to see, because again, we're working one side and then we're going to alternate, okay? All right. So what we want to do is we want to grab our straps, and I'm not going to double up the straps here because of the unilateral nature, but again, that's another way to modify. So there's 2 or 3 things you can do without changing the load. You can shorten the straps, you can move further back, okay? So either of those will help you to increase your load. I'm going to sit up nice and tall, and we're just going to start with the right side. So all I want you to do is row back and control forward. This other side will just get slack. I suggest you hold on to the strap though, because that way you're not having to bend over and get it following this, because we are going to go right from one side to the other. So this is going to work the lats, the wide part of the back, and of course we do this bilaterally in your long program, so this can integrate nicely into that. You could still do the bilateral, then you could do unilateral, then you could do alternating. So a very nice upper body series if you really wanted to concentrate on upper body for that particular program. And back, and in, good, and back. Now let's switch sides. So pull straight back, and in. Make sure the body doesn't rotate. So keep your shoulders aimed forward, shoulders, hips, knees, and toes all facing the direction they're supposed to. Yeah, that's it. Really set the intention and stay focused here. Pull straight back. Slide the underside of the arm alongside the torso, back, and one more time, back, and now let's alternate. So right side and out. Make sure you're controlling. It's not to be done fast, yeah? And pull straight back. So the tempo is really the same whether we're performing unilaterally or bilaterally. That's it. And pull back and in. And let's shoot for 4, yeah? Keep shoulders packed down, keep pelvic floor pulled up and in, back, and one more time, back and in. All right, now we're going to turn the palms down. We're going to do exactly the same thing now, more for the trapezius, and so we're going to pull this arm up and down, and we're going to stay on that side, yeah? So again, you may need to adjust. If you do, like I feel like I need to move a little further back on this one, so I'm going to do that. Just feels a little bit better range of motion. It's as though I'm sliding along the top of a shelf with that arm, yeah? Make sure you fully extend. So I need full range of motion, so if you need to shorten the strap, do it, but you may then need to change the load, yeah? And it's 2, good, really moving that scapula in and back, and now switch sides, back and in. Again, make sure you're getting full extension. So if you feel like you could go a little bit further back, move further back, make sure you know where the end of that box is, or double up your strap, yeah? Exhale and inhale, but because the arm is elevated, we want to be cautious at the shoulder. back, and in, good, and back, and now we're gonna alternate, right, yes, and left. So here I would just kind of keep the arms up, right, and left, good. Exhale and inhale, pull and control, back and in, good, and back. One more each side, and pull and out, and one more time, back and in, good. All right, so on this next one, this is a sideline lat pull, and again, this may not be appropriate for your shoulder, Jim. So it's just one of those exercises that we'll give it a shot, and if it doesn't feel good to you, then you simply won't utilize this in the program. For you, Traycee, I think that you're probably going to have to go a half on here, and with you, Jim, I'm thinking just a whole red, or just a full strength strap. I'm sorry, low there. Now I'm actually going to also put my foot bar down to just kind of keep it out of the way. Now on this one, again, it may take a couple of adjustments to figure out how to perform this best. You may need to cinch up the strap. I'm going to move all the way down to the edge of the box here, and that way that should give me enough range of motion. If it doesn't, then that's when we're going to make adjustments. And then once you do this once, you'll know, okay? So you're going to be here. You want the palm facing out, and we're going to pull in and control it. Now, if you hit your bumper, then you know you need to make an adjustment. Either move further back on the box, further down the box. Okay, so I'm hitting bumper, so what I'm going to do is move a little further away, okay? Or you can shorten the strap. Yep, that's it. Cannot feel any discomfort at the shoulder. Again, what we're working here are the lats, wide part of the back. So this is a big old lat pull, yeah? Same muscle we just worked in the seated position, but just a different take on it. Yeah, really getting that nice big pull down and pull and control. A couple more, down and up, and one more time, down and all the way up. Good, make sure the carriage is at rest. Drop your strap, and then we're gonna swing over to the other side. Okay, so again, this either feels okay to the shoulder or it doesn't, and it's really important when you're doing performing this on your side like this that you're not getting out of control. There is quite a bit of core stability required, so you want to make sure that you've got that position really nailed down, okay? And that you're not going to come off that box, right? Okay, so you're going to bring that palm out so it faces away from your torso. You're going to engage from the wide part of the back, and you're going to pull straight down. And of course, you'll get some shoulder work here as well as bicep. Yes? Good, and make sure the arm extends, okay? So we need that full and complete range of motion. Now I just bumped, so I'm going to move down just a hair more. And that's why I've got the foot bar down, because I kind of use that for leverage, yeah? To make sure that I'm not coming off that box. Good. Pull it down and up. I'm going to say a couple more. And up, and one more time. Down and all the way up. Make sure the carriage is at rest, and then you can drop the straps. Okay, so next we're going to be facing the bar. Okay, you can put that bar back up. And on this particular series, I'm saying 1/2 to 1.5 on your springs. So I'm going to use 1/2, Traycee, and again, Jim, because of the shoulder, we want to be mindful there. Be very careful. So we're going to turn around here. Make sure you didn't do what I just did, which is to cross your straps. Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm not going to put my foot bar down because my legs just hang over like this, but if you feel like you need that foot bar down, you can do that as well, okay? I am going to move, however, all the way to the back of the box. I'm going to sit up nice and tall. Now, this particular exercise is almost like a punch, and it's for the chest and the shoulders, okay? So we're going to be pressing straight ahead and back in. So you do want to extend the arms and then flex them. So this is a little different than when we do shoulder flexion. So this has a little bit more of a chest component to it. and a little more of a push so it involves the triceps. If it feels too easy, it is easy. If it does, then change your load up a little bit, yeah? And the other thing you can do always is shorten straps. I don't like to shorten my straps when I'm working my chest and shoulders. It just tends to put a little too much stress into the front of the shoulder and bothers that rotator cuff. Let's try one more, and forward. Now I'm gonna add a combination here, so we're gonna be real careful and slow. We're gonna press forward, come back, we're going to extend the arms out to the side, then we're gonna bend them back in, and we're gonna push forward. So you can't go fast with this. You wanna be real mindful of the shoulder, yeah, bend it back in, and press out. So when we come out here, a bit of a chest expansion, then we've gotta pull it back in and push through, yeah? In, out, in, and press through, yes? Out, in, out, and bring through. Out, in, how you doing? Push, and in, and out, in, press out, and in. All right, nice job. The carriage come in and drop those straps off. Okay, so we're going to take the long box off, put that aside, right? And next is going to be a kneeling bicep curl. Okay, and in this one, again, I'm just gonna use a half. Tracee, you might be able to go up to 1 or 1.5. Jim, you gotta be careful because you're gonna be in a kneeling position. And I'm gonna move pretty far. I'm not gonna go as far as we do when we do our chest flies here, but I am gonna move far enough so that I'm not gonna hit the bumper. You're gonna bring the arm up and you're gonna curl. And you're gonna keep the shoulders still. Yeah, gonna curl and control. And once again, if you're hitting that bumper, then move closer to the foot bar. Yeah, that's it. And pull in, and big old stabilization, so really staying stable, nose to knees here. Good. And 3, that's it. And 2, and 1 more. In, and all the way out until the carriage comes to rest. Drop the strap and step off. Okay, and we're going to come around to the other side. And again, find your stabilization point. Find that location on the carriage that's going to challenge you without creating an issue for your shoulder. Okay, so sit up nice and tall, and then we're going to curl in and control out. Curl in, control out. You can see I've got my toes tucked under. This just helps to stabilize, yeah, and in, and out. Exhale, and inhale, bring it in, and out. A couple more, guys. In, and out, and one more time. In, and out. Nice job. Carriage at rest, drop the strap. All right, hope we're doing okay so far. Okay, so we're familiar with the side lying combination where we have our foot up on the bar. I'm going to put on 2 full red springs for me. You can probably at least do that, Jim, on this one. And you know, I'm saying 1.5 to 2 for you as well, Tracee. And this is because we're using the foot bar and not the strap. But you might integrate this in with your strap work on the side lying position. You're going to take the headrest down. And this is going to add a hip adduction. So the top foot is going to go up here on the bar parallel like we've done before. We're going to take that bottom leg and extend it out. So what I'm going to do is push out with the top leg, bring it back in, and then lift and lower with the bottom. So the bottom leg is not loaded, yeah? I'm just adding some hip adduction here, yeah? So press out, in, up, down. Press out, in, up, down. If it feels easy, add more load to that leg, yeah? Just watch the knees, yeah? Press out, in, up, and down, out, in, up, and down, out, in, up, and down, and out, in, up, and down. And you could certainly stay there and do another set of those as well, okay? Just trying to give you the format and the exercise. So if you wanted to do another round of those, the legs feel strong, feel like you could do another set, then by all means do it. Gonna bring that foot up there, parallel to the bar, extend the other leg back and out, and let's press out, in, lift up and down. Out, in, lift up and down. Out, in, up and down. Nice and controlled. Make sure the top leg fully extends. And you're trying to bring that bottom leg up as close to the bar as you can. Press out, resist in, up and down, out, in, working quads, hamstrings, glutes here, and hip adductor, yeah, up and down, out, in, up, down, try one more, out, in, up, and down. All right, good job. Okay, so next are going to be a brand new exercise you haven't done yet. I'm going to just have on a half, and I would suggest either a half or one whole spring because this one's very challenging. Now, in terms of your wrist on this one, Traycee, we're just going to have to see how this feels. So because we're going to have our hands on the rails and not on the bar, you have a little bit more ability to adjust the position for the wrist, okay? And you're not really gripping hard here. So we're going to have the arms out here. You're basically in what looks like a bird dog position. And what you're going to do is pull with the arms and then extend back. So what you're trying to do is basically perform what we call a knee tuck. Now if that doesn't feel like you're getting enough, move your hands a little further out, but keep your hands away from the inside of the rail, okay, so you don't interfere with the carriage. So you're going to pull in and press out, and pull in and press out. This is a great nose to knees core exercise. Also going to get that shoulder stabilization, pack shoulders down. There's a whole series of exercises that combine with this that are really cool, that I really like, very effective. Yeah, and press in and out. So it looks like I'm doing that with my legs, but I'm not. I'm doing it with my upper body and pulling the carriage in. I'm compressing the abdomen. Try a couple more. I think this one feels really nice as well, and it's just a different perspective. One more, in and all the way out, and make sure the carriage carefully comes to rest. All right, excellent. Okay, so last one, this particular series, we're going to put the headrest back up, and this is going to be feet in the straps, and I would say, anywhere from a full strap to two, just depends. I'm using very light here, and the reason is that this is a scissor action, and I'm also going to show you how to put your hands underneath your rear end here so that you can support your back. I just feel like I need additional support, but you could use, a pad, any of the pads there underneath there. I just like having my hands under there. I just feel more secure. So, come down, and we'll get the feet in the straps. All right, and then I'm going to just kind of roll one hip and then the other so I can get my hands underneath. And again, you can put a couple of those pads underneath there. It works pretty well. You're going to press your legs out into about a 45-degree diagonal angle here. And what you're going to do is you're going to allow this, the legs to come up. And what you want to do now is you want to push the right one down, okay, and keep the left one up, and then come back up and push the left one down. So here, we're really trying to create the scissor-like situation. So it's a little getting used to the fact that one strap's going to be slack and one's going to be taut. And then watch the depth of the leg. Again, I really caution you to go slowly here. Yes, because you want to watch that low back. So when the leg that's pushing down, so in this case, the right glute and hamstring really working to extend the hip. That left one, we're trying to stretch those hamstrings, yeah? So we're keeping those legs as extended as possible up over the hips. And that's why the boosting helps, particularly if you have tight hamstrings. It really helps to get those legs up there over the hips. Yeah, good. Again, so one side really working, the other side really stretching. Yes. And again, this is not done fast. And up and back down, and press down with left, up with the right, and let's try a couple more, yeah? And press down, and up, and then down, and up. Good, all right? And let's bend those knees. Let's take a strap off, place that foot on the bar, and then the other, and come all the way back in. Drop your straps on the outside, and then carefully come into a seated position. All right, guys, so that is the program for today, and I'm just going to review it with you real carefully. We kind of did those bow and arrows where we were starting with one side, working the lats, then the other, then we alternated, did the same thing for our trap rows, and then alternating. And then we also laid on the side and did that nice big lat pull if you were able, okay? We did the chest press where we punched out, pulled in, and then eventually we added that combination. Yeah, we did kneeling bicep curls, okay? Then we did our sideline combo where the foot was on the bar, the other leg was underneath, and we were doing hip adduction with that leg extension. We did kneeling knee tucks with the hands on the rails, and we finished off with those scissors on our back, okay? So in terms of where those integrate, that entire big upper body chunk that we did, that can be integrated with your entire upper body chunk that you already have, because none of these are redundant, okay? And then in terms of where the sideline combo comes in, it would just go in with your other sideline work if you like to extend it. The kneeling knee tucks, that could actually be a part of your core segment. So the core segment where you're on your back and you're having your hands in your straps, you could take the hands out of the straps, then do the rail work, and then move on from there. And then the feet and straps, of course, can be integrated in with our last area of feet in the straps that we do for the entire hip joint, okay? So that is your program. Please give me feedback on this, guys. I hope you've been able to integrate the other two videos in. And you guys have a great day, and I will see you next week. Thanks so much.